Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna take a look at a completely new idea for a type of video, which I kinda want to make, and I kinda want to see what your reaction towards it is. Do you want to see it also in this kind of format? I kinda have to get some more opinion of you. Of course, in general, this is going to be a pick a wheel kind of format for different kind of metas, but also we could expand it to kind of a battle type meta stuff. For example, I'm just going to ask other content creators to battle against me with also this kind of wheel. Basically pick 6 Pokemon with that, and we have to battle like a best of 5 with that. And for each round, basically, you have to at least use 2 different Pokemon towards the, like, what you had last round, basically, so you can mix it up a little bit. I feel like this would be a cool format. Let me know in the comment section what you think about it. But today we're gonna start off with this one. We're going to play one set, and I'm actually going to play it live, which I rarely really do, because also I feel like with Facecam it might be even a little bit awkward, but we're going to figure it out today. But of course, we don't know our team yet. This was a team that I was playing, maybe you saw it on YouTube already, maybe not, who knows, which I stole from its Exen. But let's take a look what we're actually going to run today. Or for the first game at least. I'm going to flip it up a little bit and we're going to take a look here what we're going to get. Of course, duplicates can happen, and if you're going to get a duplicate, we can of course not use it. First Pokemon going to be Tyranitar. This is a thing as well here. We're going to use the shadow variants depending if you kind of have the shadow variant available or not. So here we're going to use our Shadow Tyranitar, of course, which I already made a video about. It is going to be the Skeledirge. What a team already. Actually a decent core though. I don't have a Skeledirge build yet. I'm actually going to be able to get one here, as it seems like, as I'm going to be able to evolve one right now, which hopefully I still going to have enough candy for it. I'm not too sure about it, but let's take a look at this one. Literally just for this video, we're going to build another one here. Hopefully I don't need not really the best IVs for this one kinda, but it's still going to work hopefully. Incinerate is already nice, Disarming Voice is already nice. This always takes a little bit longer than I expect for the spin. We're going to have Scissor, so we're going to have a very interesting lineup here, but what would be the best way of playing this one? I'm going to put Scissor in the lead. Let me know if you kind of think it's okay to have like face cam with like battling. I'm not sure, like I mean people stream, so maybe I'm actually gonna go back to streaming as well, but we have to see. And what I say, this team is weak to Azumarill, algorithm confirmed of course, as they're going to have at least a half decent lead here with the Scissor against it, but we have to hope that they don't run another Fairy type in the back, which is actually fairly common here, as we can go ahead and go for an Iron Head. This is going to do some very decent damage, as we're going to see hopefully now. Hopefully they're going to let this move go through, which would be better for me, and they are not, so that's kind of awkward. But I still feel like I can play this out in the 2-shield scenario and might come out as the winner here, but we have to find out that shortly. Play Rough coming through, that's kind of nice for me, so I'm most likely running Play Rough plus Hydro. Can go for 3, 4, this is not really nice aligning in terms of the fast moves, but I can still go for a few more. And this is going to be awkward. Iron Head is going through. I think the opponent can... I thought of stopping into the Skeledirge, and I think it's actually worth letting this move go through, because what does my back 9 do basically with that one shield there? They're actually running Ice Beam, which is also good knowledge, so Skeledirge is going to be completely hardwalling the opponent and getting a ton of energy here, which might come in clutch later on. They can go for the charge move. That's going to be either the Ice Beam or the Play Rough. Most likely the Play Rough, as they're going to get to that move at the same time. Play Rough coming through, exactly. And we can see what they're going to have in the back. Please be something that I can beat. Please. Hello? What do you want to do? That is amazing! No way! So they're most likely going to have another Bug and... That's wild. Bug and Steel type Pokemon in the back. There's going to be some other kind of stuff there in the back as well. Let's see what it's going to be. No way. Oh no, never mind. I didn't even see my Tyranitar. I would have completely annihilated the opponent. So first game, first win. We can already see what first Pokemon we're gonna get here, but honestly I already enjoy this quite a bit, because you play like stuff that you wouldn't play at all. Dragalge is actually a really good Pokemon here. I like to see this. So next one going to be Umbreon, great core, honestly. I am more than happy with that. A little bit awkward though against Carming, so we just have to hope that we don't encounter Carming here. As we're going to see Skuntank. This is actually a solid line. Like, I cannot even say that this is bad. Battle found. So, that was actually not even that bad. So, we can see what we can do next. We're going to have here the Umbreon against the Carming. I'm going to swap. Carming destroys the entire team. Okay, that's fine for me. That's honestly okay for me. That's kinda totally okay, because it's going to be the Pokemon that I don't want to face as my Skuntank. Skuntank is running not an ideal moveset for this team, though I wish I had Trailblaze on it. But maybe the opponent doesn't know. So we're gonna see here. Yeah. What can I say about my luck in this game? I don't think I have to say anything about it, but we're going to be able to still go for an Awkward Tail and get the shield. The opponent most likely expected some kind of BM move like Skunk Shot, exactly Skunk Shot, Gang Shot here. And I'm going to shield as well. I don't know if that was smart. I honestly don't know if this was a smart idea. Maybe I actually should have went for Psychic on Umbreon, which would have been able to hit those Fairy-type Pokemon a little bit easier. I just have to get rid of this Ponyard, I feel like. They're still going to be forced to go for a charge move here. And I can farm them down with Umbreon, giving me a ton of energy, which might come in clutch later on, but I feel like this is going to be a little bit of a tough one to come back from. Literally walled and buffed from the opponent, which is not really ideal, while my Pokemon Go Plus caught a Pokemon. Great job there, bro. But we can still go for the full farm down here. This should be only the Night Slash as far as I know, but we will find out shortly, I would say. It's just the Night Slash. So, the opponent does not get another boost because we wouldn't see it anyway, and we can swap out into our... I mean, maybe? Who's running Flamethrower, right? Like, nobody's running Flamethrower nowadays in today's meta, so we are not going to go for the bait. I'm usually very known for doing all the baits, but nowadays we are just going to go straight for the Flamethrower and get completely punished for it. Great. Yeah, like my only play is here to shield, of course. My only hope is that I can get a debuff with Crunch, I feel like. And even then it's going to be awkward. I didn't count the opponent's moves because I was already too irritated. I think I can just see Peter here. Okay, doesn't matter. But, Show went for one more fast move then. But I will be able to just go for the knockout now. I can still go for a charge move against the opponent's Carbing, but I have to hope that I get a debuff with Crunch. This is basically my only option to win this game. I still get to the move in time if I went for the extra fast move. I mean, I still think I would have lost the game, no matter if I get the debuff or not, because Crunch does like, what, 10% or something? And then I still have to hit them with the foul plays. Ah, that's unfortunate. Of course, completely hard-walled. Like, I'm fine with losing this one, but still a good game. See what we're gonna get. We're going to get the Dragalge again. So, we're going to have another Dragalge. I'm fine with that. The Alolan Raticate. I actually want to try this Pokemon as well, but I feel like they have the purified version here. I feel like that the spin the wheel thing doesn't really know about Carbing right now, but I think it's fine. And Umbreon again. We actually have the exact team here already, so we're gonna move on immediately into the game. Feels like that the spin the wheel thing does like Dragalge and Umbreon quite a bit, but let's see what we're gonna get for the next opponent. Battle starting. Let's see what we're gonna get here for an opponent we're going to encounter. Oh, we actually encountered someone. Let's take a look here. We're gonna get the Dragalge against the Victory Bell. That's an amazing lead force. I definitely take it, as we're going to be able to now see whatever they want to swap into, which is going to be a Greninja, which I'm definitely going to take as well. So, I will go for the charge move here, just in case, I feel like. Could try to catch. Don't know. Not sure yet. I can go for the Awkward Tail. The opponent going to let this move go through. I can go ahead and I can... I know that they're going to have now already 2. I think they have already 2 at this point. A little bit awkward. Night Slash coming through. I'm just going to go for one more fast move. And now I'm going to catch the move. I should have actually went into my Umbreon. This was kind of a mistake, because Umbreon would have been able to get a ton of energy here. This is fine though, because Night Slash is not going to do any damage against me, and I can farm down with my fast move of the Quick Attack. Quick Attack is a very decent move in general. Eradicate very strong in this meta as the opponent solves back into their Victory Bell. Not really surprising, but I can go straight for the Crunch here. Hopefully we're gonna get the debuff, as debuffs would be really nice for me. And yes, the game is that slow. I always see when I have like some live commentated stuff or streams where like people think that the games are slowed down. No, that's actually how it is. But I'm going to decide to actually use a shield here, which might seem a little bit weird, and it is most likely a little bit weird, but I kind of want to hope that I get a debuff against whatever they have in the bag, and it's going to be the Wormadam, and we're going to be able to win the second game here as well, which is going to be so nice, as I will now get the Crunch off. The opponent going to let this move go through. My plan for the debuff doesn't matter, but it doesn't matter anyway what the opponent going to try to do here, because we can even get to another Crunch. The opponent is running the fast move of Confusion, which is very confusing for the opponent, as we're going to be able to just resist this with our Dark types, and there is not a lot that they can do about it. I can just swap out into my Dragalge just to soak up basically potential charge moves, as the opponent already is basically close to 100 energy. So I feel like this should be kind of fine. We're going to get to another awkward here, and honestly, yeah, I'm going to let this move go through. Our Umbreon is going to hardwall the opponent. Of course, they don't know about it yet, but it is kinda clear here as the opponent gets the Iron Head off. I don't care. Here's my Umbreon, and hopefully they're going to forfeit now, knowing that this game is over and the opponent is deciding to stay in still, which is fine. Totally okay. I can actually already start kind of disrespecting the opponent and spin for the first Pokemon because it's going to be a little bit more entertaining here. We're going to get the yeah, okay. Why? Can't even let this move go through. Have fun with that. Our first Pokemon going to be Bombardier. The cool thing about this one is I don't have that one built yet, so that's going to be crazy nice for me. So at least I'm going to be forced to build a Bombardier. This is decent idea, so we're going to take this. I did not trade for one yet, but the amount of stutters that I'm going to waste for this kind of challenges, if I'm still going to continue, this is going to be insane. We're going to get the Runerigus. That's actually an interesting Pokemon. So Scissor. Okay, I thought it was another Runerigus, but Scissor is fine. We're going to get the next opponent in, which is going to be a Bombardier against the Carbink. So, both of my Pokemon in the back are decent against Carbink, so I decided to swap out here. I'm going to actually go into my Scissor, which is going to be a better answer for it, but this is also one reason why we have here now a fairly neutral matchup in the Manibus, which is kind of okay for me. So I will be able to just go ahead and go for an Iron Head here and do some damage. Well, if I would have went into my other Pokemon, I would have got completely hard-walled. So this is already better for me than anything that I really could have done otherwise. I'm going to use a shield here because I kind of need to realign, as the opponent knows I have Bombardier in the lead. They go for the Aerial Ace, and I'm fairly certain that they're going to expect me to go for my Iron Head here. So I decide to not go for that. I know it's an obvious bait, but I think the opponent really wants to keep alignment here. So I have to hope that I'm going to get like something like a boost or something. That would be nice. Which I don't, but I get another fast move in. And I'm going to take this advantage and try to just go ahead and try to get another move off. As the opponent goes for another Aerial Ace, I did not really count their moves, not gonna lie. But I'm going to go just based by feeling, and I think they can realign, which is bad for me. That's really bad for me. So I have to hope that they're going to have something really weak against me in the back, but we will find out shortly, I think. Oh, please. Yes! That's amazing. So they must have something decent though against my Bombardier still in the back, but I can at least realign, which is really important for me, as you're going to see that they're going to run the Fortress in the back. That's kind of fine. Maybe I still actually have a chance here. I can still go for the Fly. Fly is a very strong move. They're going to go for the Mirror Shot immediately. I'm in a decent, I'm not in a decent spot yet, but I'm in an okay spot. I can work with this. And they don't get the, that's amazing. So they're still forced to go for another charge move. I'm gonna go for my Fly now, because I feel like I can still go for another Fly. And I think this is going to be alright. And this might actually be it. Let's take a look at this. Fly, we're gonna get the shield, which is also kind of decent for me. Can I still get to another move? Oh, they still reach another, that's awkward. We're going to be able to just most likely go now into our Runerigus and go for a Shadow Ball, but the opponent has so much energy still on their other Pokemon. I can just... The opponent doesn't catch, okay. I don't know if this is going to be enough to knock them out, though. It's going to be a little bit of an awkward one. We will find out shortly, I would suggest. It is just barely enough. So it's now down to Fortress against the Carbink. I know that one Shadow Ball is not going to be enough. So I'm going to go for the Sandom first. Also to scout out a little bit. But maybe we're actually going to be able to completely destroy the opponent now still, even though we got hardwalled. But it's not over yet. Like, literally, it's not over yet. I have to go for the debuff first, but I also still have to hit the Shadow Ball against the opponent. And if this does not work out, we're going to have a little bit of an issue. Moonblast coming through. Please, no attack drop. Oh, I hate this game so much, man. It's always happening. It's literally such a meme on my channel already. It's also one reason why I would never really run Registry anymore at any regional, because I never get the debuff. It doesn't matter, I get Destroyed Trainer, but I mean, there is no video of mine without like a boost from Carbink, right? Like, okay, final one for today. I feel like this, honestly, I love this series so far. Like, as someone who has to do it right now, I just really enjoy this. It's like the kind of stuff that I would like to watch, and also the kind of stuff that I would like to play and do. Weezing, Galarian, I think I have one. I'm going to have another Tyranitar for the back, which is actually kind of okay as a combination. I'm not sure about it. Gastrodon looks better for me. So we're gonna take a look now at the final team, which seems solid. But honestly, I have to change the moveset of my Weezing a little bit for this team to have a chance of working. I think I'm going to just get rid of Overheat, because otherwise I have nothing to hit fairies. I'm gonna actually go for Sludge. Final game for today. It's going to be a Weezing against Mandibus. I would have liked to have Play Roughy, by the way, but I think the opponent going to swap out most likely anyway. Let's see. They decide to swap out exactly into a Toxapex. I think Gaslight can win this. I had to swap anyway, so like that's that. But if I can realign, I can align my Tyranitar against the opponent's Mandibus, which would be kind of cool. Now the Tyranitar would win this matchup, but thanks for the bait, trainer. Thanks for the bait. It's always nice to get baited here. Didn't even count the moves because I'm looking too much here to try to commentate and whatever. I'm so not used to commentating in like actual real time anymore. But that's fine. I think that's totally okay. I don't know if you like those kind of videos or not. I'm not sure about it, but I can still go ahead and go for another Brutal Swing. Maybe even have to be a little bit closer to the mic. Who knows? Who knows? We're gonna be able to use another shield here, and I have to hope that I can realign so I can have my Tyranitar against the opponent's Mandibus, and we're going to see the Sludge Wave coming through this time around. Let's see if the opponent wants to swap out here, because they can swap out soon. But I hope that they can just go for the full farm down, and I cannot. I think it's Brian. Please be Brian. Risky. Let's see what the opponent gonna do. I'm actually going to swap here. I'm going to swap, expecting that the opponent going to want to swap. They do not yet. Now they want. And we're gonna get out the opponent's Fairy-type Pokemon. Does Weezing have anything usually to hit it? I actually don't know the moveset. Like, I think Weezing would learn some potential moves for it, but we gotta see here that the opponent is going to still, of course, have their shield left, and I can go for the Sludge spam here. So definitely better to have Sludge here compared to Overheat, so definitely a smart decision to get rid of it. I would still rather prefer a Play Rough, as Sludge is not really the greatest move of all time, but I can still at least go ahead and go for some charge move damage here. And I might even be able to later on use the energy on my Gastload in order to knock out the opponent's Mandibus. But here we're just gonna go for the spam, trying to get them as low as possible. They're gonna go for a Rock Slide, which does make a lot of sense in their position. But honestly, my play now is they just went straight for the Rock Slide. I can just try to go for another Sludge and try to swap out afterwards, because I feel like the opponent can farm me down, but I also feel like that the opponent does not want to use a shield onto this Pokemon. So let's see what we can do. We're going to be able to go for the Sludge here. The opponent going to let this move go through, being in deep red, and now it's Tyranitar time. Tyranitar is just smacking them down. Tyranitar is literally having the best time of its life, as they can just go ahead and go for the full farm down here. In comes, of course, the Mandibus, and they're going to have to deal with me here and with my potential of Stone Edge, of course. So this is going to look a little bit better for me. I might actually separately record the battles next time around. It looks a little bit blurry. It's just kind of the program that I use and stuff. For whatever reason, it's a little bit laggy there as well. But we're going to be able to just go ahead and now kind of wall the opponent, I feel like. The opponent goes for Dark Pulse. I don't really care too much yet about it, but I can still go for another charge move afterwards, and I think this is a CMP tie. Of course, Brutal Swing is not going to do too much damage here, but this is amazing still. I'm fairly certain that you're going to go away positive with this one, which is absolutely right. Like, I'm close to the legend here, Elo, and I am literally destroying people with complete randomness. It is so wild. It is so much fun as well, for me at least, to play those games. I haven't really had that much fun, to be fair, with like Go Battle League just normally, but I feel like this is such a cool idea. We're going to be able to go for the Dragon Claw, and it's just more showing kind of skill of people, as we can go ahead and go for the zero bubble of the Dragon Claw to win this game. Honestly, it is a madness. It is absolutely madness. I did not expect this kind of way, but maybe if you're struggling to get Elo, the way to go is pick a wheel, and we go 4-1. With complete randomness, and we're gonna get a Darkrai as a reward, which I feel like is kinda deserved, so I am totally happy with this. This is going to be it for this video, I guess. I hope that I can catch a Darkrai. I'm going to see you when I can get my Elo claim as well real quick, which was literally one more throw, so here we're going to see I claimed quite a few, yeah, quite a bit of Elo there with those 5 different teams, so hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.